Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the first episode of Armchair Psychology. And I don't know why I decided I wanted to start doing this. I'm crazy, but I and my friends always diagnose people from TV shows. We have no business doing it. I have no degree in psychology. I'm not a therapist, but we pretend to diagnose people from television shows, and we just sort of analyze their behavior and talk about their behavior. And so I wanted to name this segment Armchair Psychology because I've been watching a lot of more reality TV. I've been watching Love is Blind Australia, and I've been watching, not Love is Blind Australia, Married at First Sight Australia, and Love is Blind, season 5. And I want to talk about the characters in these shows. And they are characters to me because some of this stuff is unbelievable. So today I wanted to talk about Lydia. And so I just want to this'll be short, like 10 minutes. I just kind of want to go over like my thoughts. I really can't get a read on her right now. And so, and I haven't watched the reunion. I think it comes out next week, and then the finals come out Friday. So you guys let me know what your thoughts are about Lydia below, and I will get into them here. I did make a TikTok about this, but I wanted to maybe go into a little bit more detail. And so Lydia in the show, if you guys are watching, Lydia is in her 30s. She's from Puerto Rico, and she is looking for love. And when we first see Lydia, she is so gung-ho. She's really, really motivated. She's high energy, and she's passionate. And that can be really attractive, right? Like, she's got a great personality. And I think she really, really wanted to find love. And so we see her, connect with Izzy, and she tells Izzy that she loves him. And Izzy's kind of like, thank you. That response where it's like, I don't really love you back. And she meets up with Uche, who she had previously dated outside of the pods. And she kind of like jokes that she wants a second chance with him. And she meets Milton, who is 24 years old. And immediately she's like, no, he's too young. And so I don't like Izzy for anybody, including Lydia. I think Izzy is not prepared to be a husband. I don't think he actually has the emotional wherewithal or the maturity right now to be a real husband. I think he's still in party boy mode. At 29 years old, I think a lot of men, unless they've had a very strong upbringing, struggle with maturity. I don't think they're really prepared for marriage. So Lydia is like in love with Izzy, and he's great, and she's falling for him, and they both speak Spanish, and blah, 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 blah. And then Izzy drops a bombshell that he wants to break up with her. And, naturally Lydia is crushed. And then she goes to Milton, who's 24 years old, and she's like, I love you, baby. And I never thought I could find true love like this. And I was like, what is going on here? So here's my diagnosis. I'm not sure that Lydia wants to be, I'm not sure if she truly loves Milton, or if she's truly into Milton, or if she just really wants to be married. Because initially, I think she gave us her real response, which was, he's 24, he acts 24. Like, their conversations are very superficial. There's not a lot of depth there. I think he's mature for his age, but in terms of being, ready to marry a woman, I'm not so sure that he's there yet. And I think her immediate repulsion by him, the first couple episodes, was her true feelings. And I don't know if she just wanted to be on the show, if she's just forcing herself to like him because that's the next best option. I have concerns. Now, I don't think this is all bad, okay? I don't think this is all bad. Let me tell you something. I love that she was like, okay, he doesn't want me, on to the next. I think more women would do well to have that personality and have that thought process around men. If a man doesn't want you, don't chase him. And I think that fact that Lydia was like, next, is a positive thing. I don't know. And maybe it was because there was a lack of men, like quality men in the pods. I don't know if Milton was the best next, but I can appreciate the fact that she was not really, she knew what she was looking for. Now, where I do find it a bit annoying is that I just can't seem to get on board with her. I don't feel like she's genuine. And this is because of her whole situation with Lydia. I found it so backbiting, vindictive, spiteful, and a little bit underhanded for her to continue to share details about Uche with Aaliyah when Aaliyah clearly didn't need to hear them. I mean, it's really wrong to go up to someone and be like, yeah, essentially she was saying, I know a ton of things about this guy. And I'm not sure if she was doing that because she knew who Uche was. By the way, I don't like Uche. I'm not sure if she was saying that because she wanted to kind of turn Aaliyah off. Still not quite not quite up my moral alley, but I can understand it. Nonetheless, I think her motives are just indiscriminate. And this is what I said on my TikTok. I was like, I can't pinpoint her. I can't call it. And because of that, she's not trustworthy to me. I'm not so sure that she seems like one of those people who will do anything to get with what she wants, which is a good quality, right? Like you want to, in a lot of ways, that's positive, right? But in some ways, it's really, that means that your moral compass kind of goes back and forth and you're not really sure where your hard line is. And that's what I see with Lydia, is that I think it's hard for me to tell if she is someone who's trustworthy and if she's genuine. I think she genuinely wants love. I don't know that she genuinely loves Milton. And their relationship to me is very mother-son. And some women, that works for them. I don't know. And I'm talking from a person who is in a more traditional marriage. So I don't know. There are some women who enjoy mothering their husbands. And I get a lot of mothering from Lydia. And maybe there's a lot of men who enjoy being mothered by their wives and they don't mind it. And I get a lot of mothering. Milton, I'm not sure. I think Milton genuinely loves Lydia and genuinely likes her. And I don't know that he knows what he really wants, though. Seriously. I did find solace in the fact that when Uche decided to kind of talk to Lydia and Milton, that Milton was like, listen, I'm not trying to hear your perspective. And maybe Milton and Lydia have had conversations off camera that demonstrate their genuity to one another. But I can tell you from looking at the camera, watching this season, I don't know. I just can't tell. I think she's a bit messy. I think she's a bit, I wonder about where her motives are. And I really liked how Milton's mother and sister were like, now tell me what someone in their 30s is doing with a 24-year-old. Because it's a good question. If I were Milton's mother, I would want to know the same thing. So, okay, I had a distant family member who was a male who was dating, he was in his mid-20s, was dating someone in their 40s. And I had the same question for her. I'm like, he's a great guy, but what are you doing with him? What drew you to someone who is that much younger than you, And I don't want to condemn age gap relationships because I don't think they're all bad. And I do realize that we have normalized relationships where men are maybe 6 or 7 years older and women are not. And so I want to be cautious here, but we can't deny the psychology of male and females and deny the fact that men mature at a slower rate than women unless they've had some supernatural circumstances, and that it's just a different being. The other thing that was pointed out by Milton and Milton's sister and mom was that Lydia always has a perfect answer for everything. And that's another thing that, again, speaks to the fact that I just can't pinpoint her. I can't call it. I can't tell if this is genuine because it was there was no stumbling. There was no sort of it was almost like everything was perfect. Everything was fine. Everything's great. I need to convince you that this is a good thing. And I just don't know if it is. I just don't know if it is. So I want to know what you guys think about Lydia and Milton below. I want to know if you're feeling the same thing that I'm feeling. Because I'm like, am I crazy? Because I keep seeing all these people saying that Milton, they love each other and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't see it. I do not see it. I'm not so sure that that's true. So anyway, you guys, that's what I think. If you guys want me to do a talk on Uche, because I think Uche is piece of work. If you want me to talk about Uche and Stacy and Izzy, please leave a comment below if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.